Hi, this is Jeff Goodrich. We're in Roosevelt, Utah. He's the bishop of the Singles Ward. And could you share your thoughts on your song, I Heard Him Come, that you wrote, and when you wrote it?
Sure, sure. And this is for Angie, right? Hi, Angie. Um, it's nice to meet you. I'm not meeting you, I guess, but it's nice to feel a certain kinship. And I served a mission in Argentina from 1975 to 1977. And during that time, uh, I had actually many encounters with what they called them mostly subversives or subversive elements, but there were some terrorist groups and Marxist groups, and there were some police and military units that were in conflict with them, and it just happened that most of my mission where I served was places where we got caught up in the middle of that from time to time. So we were stopped and questioned many times, often at gunpoint and in the dark, and felt the presence of different influences. And so I always retained an interest in the welfare of missionaries, especially there in Latin America. And I do remember the hearing about Elder Ball and his companion. Of course, I didn't know the details and still don't, but was very moved and saddened when I heard about that back in 1989. And the year before, we had released our album, I Heard Him Come. And the song was actually, I wrote it back in 1974 when I was a senior at Bountiful High School. And I had been given an assignment to prepare a seminary devotional. And I wasn't planning to write a song for it, but just happened to have my guitar, and that's where I Heard Him Come started and came from. I sang it for a seminary class, and the seminary teacher liked it and had me write down the words, and he copied them, and it started a distribution. And because it was a simple melody on guitar, quite a few people were able to play it, and later different individuals arranged it to piano, and then it's been orchestrated a couple times, and that's kind of how it got out and about. Like I said, that was in 1974. When I was on my mission, I got quite a few letters from different folks at different times asking if they could use the song, and I wasn't worried about things like copyright or anything, and I usually just wrote back and said sure. And so it got around and in a lot of different versions and different ways. And anyway, I'm not sure exactly how it was that you came upon it, Angie, but I'm very honored that might have had a small role in a song that you used apparently at Jeff Ball's farewell and at the funeral service, if I understand correctly. And I hope the spirit was there. There is a spirit, I think, to songs that try to testify of the Savior, and I think that's the work we're all trying to be and stay engaged in. And it certainly was what Jeff was involved in at the time. And I'm sure that you are involved in that. And hope that you have enjoyed the music, and I would be happy and honored to meet you sometime. Hope that everything's going well for you.
Thank you very much, Jeff. It was wonderful to come and visit with you. And
Well, it's nice to have you.
I saw his very face. I wondered who would come into this place where dead men walk and where the dying talk of life before the curse upon them came. He looked on me, he must have felt my gaze. He came toward me through a crowded maze, and I, a leper, in shame hid my head, till someone said, Jesus is his name. And he said, nations fall behind him, the rivers crawl to find him, mountains move just to let him through. Come and never leave him, just let your heart believe him. Never let his light go, never let your love grow dim. He fed 1,000 with one loaf of bread. I saw him raise a child from the dead. He healed the sick, the blind saw his eyes, the lame man stood, and joyous were his cries. And he said, nations fall behind him, the rivers crawl to find him, mountains move just to let him through. Come and never leave him, just let your heart believe him. Never let his light go, never let your love grow dim. I saw his pain as they nailed him to a cross. I wish that they could understand the cost. He looked on me as he had once before, saying, teach my word to hold forevermore. And I'll say, nations fall behind him, the rivers cry